Thank you. Okay, so this is something I've been thinking a lot about. As our kids are in the middle of summer break, they may not be exercising their minds as much.
Joining us now to talk about how to avoid the summer brain drain is nationally recognized lifestyle and parenting expert Amanda Mushrow. Let's see if we can pull her up right here. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
So on average, students lose between 2 to 3 months of math and reading skills every summer. How do we avoid that?
I always try at the beginning of summer, I order all of the workbooks and I'm printing out sheets and I try really hard to stay on top of all of those lessons that the kids have learned at school. And then inevitably we abandon that. So I have found that kids learn best through play. So if you've got some great toys and activities that engage their minds, they're still going to be learning. So when they head back to school, that it's an easier transition.
So, Amanda, let's talk about some of those products that can help our kids stay on track.
All right. So if your kid is just bored and then maybe they're making some paper airplanes and just kind of launching them around, here's a really fun way to upgrade their regular paper airplanes. This is from Smartivity. This is a plane launcher. So it gives you everything that you need to make this amazing paper plane launcher using hydraulic engineering. They're using those STEM skills. They're using their little minds. And I love the idea that they can follow the directions. There's also videos that are super helpful. And the kids as young as 6 can do this. And so we were testing this out. It's pretty amazing. Our paper airplanes went pretty far. So it's pretty cool.
What options are there if parents don't want to buy something and just want to use what they have at home?
Yeah, so some really easy things that you can do is you could make some secret decoders. And this is a great way to practice letters and numbers. So you're going to just take a piece of paper and using a blue marker, you're going to draw letters, shapes, words, scribble over top of that with a red marker. And then you can use a red tile piece as the secret decoder and it reveals underneath. So this is a way that you can kind of change this up for your different age groups. Another one that I always do with my 5-year-old is we build bridges. Good old painter's tape. I put a strip between my kitchen island to the cabinets, and then we just try to see what can we put on these bridges, whether it's dinosaur toys and little tiles or pom-poms, and it's using those engineering skills. I am telling you, he will play with his bridges for hours. It's a really fun activity.
Yeah, I love that. We do roads on our floors with the tape. It's a great idea. So what if we're a little behind on, keeping them on track? How can our kids catch up?
Yeah, so just think about ways that they're already playing. So, for instance, if they are baking with you, talk to them about numbers. We're talking about measurements, following directions in a recipe. That is all about learning. And if you've got a little one, I love these toddler towers because it raises them up so they're right there, right next to you. But this is a great one. This is from Boone. It's the Pivot Collapsible Tower. I like it because it's so easy to clean and it folds up. I can kind of stash it away, but it's something that we're doing together already baking, but we're putting an educational spin on it. Now, if your kids love to play pretend school, this is a great one too. This is from Fat Brain Toys. This is Pretendables, this little desk, and it has a chalkboard. On the inside's a whiteboard. All of these different pieces where they can play teacher or the student, and then they can learn letters and shapes and colors. My favorite part, all of these pieces, they go right inside. So when it's cleanup time, I don't have stuff all over my house.
Love it. My kids love baking too. So some great ideas today, Amanda. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.